percents and proportions. We can use a proportion to solve for a percent, or we can use a percent to solve for a proportion. And in this lesson, we're going to look at how you can do this with two different proportions. You can represent A is P% of B with the proportion A over B equals P over 100. And this is where P represents the percent. And remember, percent means per 100. So if P is a number, let's say 50, this would be 50% because it's 50 per 100. Okay, so let's look at an example. We want to find what percent of 3 is 1. So what percent of 3 is 1? And look at this original sentence that's up here. You can represent A is P% of B with the proportion. And here we have a sentence, what percent of 3 is 1? So 3 is going to be our B, because we want to find what percent of 3 is 1, or another way to say that is 1 is what percent of 3. So we could rewrite this phrase up here as 1 is P% of 3, because we're asking what percent of 3 is 1, or 1 is P% of 3. That's just two different ways to write the same thing. And we're going to use this proportion. So A is going to be 1. B is going to be 3. P we don't know. And we already have the 100. 100 is going to be the same. So it's going to be 1 over 3 equals P over 100. And all we have to do to find the percent is solve for P. And the easiest way to do that is to multiply both sides by 100. So then we're left with P on one side, because the hundreds cancel out, and then 100 over 3. And then all we have to do is solve 100 divided by 3, and we'll have P. So 100 divided by 3, 3 goes into 10 3 times, and 3 goes into 10 3 times. So it's going to be 33, and then it's 0.3 repeating, or it's going to be 1/3. So 33 1/3. So we can write this as 33 1/3% is P. So what percent of 3 is 1? Well, 1 is 33 1/3% of 3. And that makes sense, because 1 goes into 3 3 times, and 33 1/3, remember, percent is out of 100. 33 1/3 goes into 100 3 times.